How are you? I hope you will be fine. So, you know that we have completed chapter 1 India in the World. So, now today we will start chapter 2, and that's name is the Northern Mountains. So, let's start the chapter. The mountain ranges located in the north of India are called northern mountains. Ranges means a row of mountains. Located means situated. So, firstly, you should know what are northern mountains. So, those mountains in the north direction of India are called northern mountains. These include the Himalayas, the Karakoram, and the northeastern mountain ranges. Include means to contain. The northern mountains contain Himalayas, the Karakoram, and the northeastern mountain ranges. Northeastern mountain ranges, you can say Purvanchal mountains. The Himalaya range is the highest mountain range in the world. I hope you all know that Himalaya range is the highest mountain range in the world. Many highest mountain peaks of the world are located in the northern mountains. So, in northern mountains, there are many highest peak of the world. And in these highest peaks, two are there. These two are highest peak in the world. First, Mount Everest, and second, K2. Mount Everest is the highest mountain peak, while K2 or Mount Godwin-Austen is the second highest peak in the world. Mount Everest, this is the highest peak in the world and its length is 8,848 meters. And K2 is the second highest peak in the world and its length is 8,611 meters. And I think you know that K2 is called Mount Godwin-Austen. This is the other name of K2. So, I will tell you why K2 is called Mount Godwin-Austen. Godwin-Austen was the peak's first surveyor. You know the meaning of surveyor? A person whose job is to examine everything. Examine means to know. So Mount Godwin-Austen is the second name of K2 because Godwin-Austen was the first surveyor that examined everything about the K2. Our next topic is the Himalayas. Himalaya is a Sanskrit word. Himalaya word is derived from Sanskrit. Himalaya is made up of two words, Hima plus Alya. Hima means snow and Alya means house. So when we write Hima plus Alya is equal Himalaya, which means abode of snow. Abode means the place where you live, like house. A large part of these mountains remains covered with snow throughout the year. Throughout means whole. So whole year a large part of the Himalayas covered with the snow. The Himalaya range consists of some of the highest peaks in the world. Himalaya range is made up of with some highest peaks in the world. The Himalaya range has three parallel ranges, means similar ranges. Number 1, the Greater Himalayas, also known as Himadri. Second, the Middle Himalayas, also known as Himachal. Third, the Outer Himalayas, also known as Shivaliks. So, firstly, we will talk about the Greater Himalaya range. It is the northernmost range of the Himalayas. The peaks of this range are always covered with snow. So the peaks of Greater Himalaya range is always covered with the snow. Therefore means so they give rise to a number of glaciers because these peaks mostly covered with the snow, so that's why they give rise to a number of glaciers. Glaciers are slow moving rivers of ice, means a river, but there will be in place of water there will be ice. So, glaciers are slow moving rivers of ice. Several rivers such as Ganga, Indus, Brahmaputra, and Yamuna originate from these glaciers. Several means many, and originate means first time appear from that place. Means many rivers like Ganga, Yamuna, Brahmaputra, and Indus originate from these glaciers. The river Ganga and Yamuna originate from the Gangotri and Yamunotri glaciers respectively. Means the river Ganga originate from the Gangotri glaciers and Yamuna river originate from the Yamunotri glacier. Second, the Middle Himalaya range. The Middle Himalaya range, also known as Himachal, and it is situated to the south of the Greater Himalayas. Middle Himalaya range is situated in the south direction of the Greater Himalayas. The peaks of this range are not as high as the Greater Himalayas. Means the Greater Himalaya range peaks are very high, but the Middle Himalaya range are not so high like Greater Himalaya range. Some of them are still covered with snow. The peaks of Middle Himalayas also covered with snow. The range consists of the forest covered mountains and fertile valleys. Means the mountains of Middle Himalaya range covered with the forest and fertile valleys. Fertile means plants grow well, means that place is good for agriculture. Valley, a valley is a low lying area between two hills or mountains. Means a lowland between two hills and mountains or mountains are called valley. Some of the major valleys of the Middle Himalaya range are Kangra and Nainital. These two are main valleys of the Middle Himalaya range. There are many beautiful hill stations in the middle Himalaya range like Mussoorie, Shimla, Kullu and Manali. Mussoorie, Shimla, Kullu and Manali are some of the beautiful hill stations of the middle Himalaya range. Next, the outer Himalaya range. The outer Himalaya range is the southernmost range of the Himalayas, and it is also the lowest range of the Himalayas. Means in outer Himalaya range there are peaks are very low. Next, rivers and passes in the northern mountains. Some of the major rivers that originate from the northern mountains include Ganga, Yamuna, Brahmaputra, Indus, Satluj, and Ghagra. These all are the rivers Ganga, Yamuna, Brahmaputra, Indus, Satluj, and Ghagra originate from the northern mountains. A route through a mountain range is called a pass, means to cross a mountain. That route is used is called a pass. People use these routes to cross a mountain. Here are some important passes in the northern mountains given: Zosila, Khardungla, Changla, Baralachala, Shipikila, Rohtang Pass and Nathula. The word La means pass. You are seeing in these all words there is included La. La means pass. The highest motorable road in the world is at Khardung La at a height of 5,602 meters. Means Khardung La is very famous, and that is also mainly used by the people. This pass is very famous, Khardung La. Our next topic is climate. The climate of our country is very much affected by the northern mountains. Means in our country there are climate like summer, winter. So that is so much affected by the northern mountains. They form a barrier from the monsoon winds. So from monsoon winds, to protect our country, it is like a barrier. They also cause heavy snowfall in some of the states located in this region. Because of this, some of the states that in this area are received heavy snowfall. The region in the greater Himalayas experience extreme cold. So the area of the greater Himalayas are very cold. During winter, the temperature dips below the freezing point. Means in winter season, temperature sometimes that goes below the 0 degree. That is called freezing point. The middle Himalayas have a temperature of around 17 degrees Celsius in summer. People visit the valley and hill stations during summer for pleasant weather. Pleasant weather means that we like not too much cold, not too much hot. Means that we like always in summer season we visit valleys and hill stations. The Shivaliks are at a height of about 1250 meters above from sea level. These mountains are not very cold, but they get heavy snowfall. Shivalik mountains, they are not so cold, but they receives heavy rainfall. Our next topic, vegetation. There is sparse vegetation in the greater Himalayas. Sparse means small in number and vegetation means plant considered collectively especially found in particular area. So these include shrubs, mosses, lichens and wildflowers like blue poppies and edelweiss. In Greater Himalayas, these all types of shrubs, mosses, lichens and some wildflowers are also found there. The natural vegetation of the Middle Himalayas consists of pine, oak, poplar, walnut, spruce, fir, cypress, juniper and birch. These are different types of trees found in Middle Himalayas. This region has many orchards of apples, plums, peaches, pears, cherries and almonds. These are different types of fruits. And orchards. Orchard means a piece of land on which fruits trees are grown. So in this region, in this area, there are many orchards. Their fruit trees are grown like apple, plums, peaches, pears, cherries and almonds. The forest area of the Terai region on the foothills of the outer Himalayas have been cleared to grow crops such as rice, sugarcane and wheat. These crops, rice, sugarcane and wheat, are grown in outer Himalayas. The vegetation of this region consists of trees like kikar, sal, teak and babul. These are different trees. Names kikar, sal, teak and babul that we also found in this area. The slopes of these mountains are used for agricultural purposes. Means for agriculture, these mountains slopes are used. This type of farming is called terrace farming. Next topic is importance of the northern mountains. Northern mountains are very important for our country. So there are 5 points given about this. Number 1, they act as a natural barrier protecting our borders. Northern mountains act as a natural barrier. Barrier means an object that keeps people or things separate, them moving from one place to another. So, this protect our country. Second, they prevent the cold wind of the northern Asia from entering our country. Northern mountains stop the cold winds to enter in our country. Third, the forest in these mountains provide us with timber, medicines and other useful things. So those forests on these mountains provide us timber means wood that is used to make buildings, medicines and many different useful things. Fourth, the northern mountains stop the monsoon winds from going further north, resulting in heavy rainfall in the plains of India. Northern mountains stop the monsoon winds to enter, and in the result, they receive heavy rainfall in the plains of India. And last one, several rivers originating in these mountains not only provide us with water but also helps us in generating electricity by constructing dams on them. So there are